What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Night Owl channel. In this video, we'll be going over a town hall upgrade guide for each town hall we have available to us right now. The reason I'm making this video is because I want to help people who come on my stream or perhaps watch my video and need help with, what should I upgrade first? What things should I focus on each new town hall and stuff like that. So this video is for people who need assistance with that. This is how I do it for each town hall. I'm going to give you my reasoning behind each choice and all that good stuff. So before we jump into it, this video is in conjunction with the war weight video. So the war weight video is still a very relevant source of material. Feel free to check that out if you haven't seen that video already. It definitely breaks down how war weight works and how it affects your village and certain defenses and all that stuff. So definitely check it out if you have not seen that already. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into this guide. All right, starting off first, we're going to go through the first 5 town halls. It's very simple at the first, town hall 1 through town hall 5. All you're going to want to focus on, and this is pretty much the basic for each town hall. It doesn't just apply for these town halls, but the first things you always do is the lab, the spell factory if you can, and the clan castle. Those are probably the 3 most important things for each new town hall. Well, for the most part, the lab and spell factory are definitely the highest priorities when it comes to a new town hall. After that, you're going to want to focus on defenses, of course, your troops, and your camps and your barracks and stuff like that. At town hall 1 through 5, you just want to focus on maxing out everything before moving on to the next town hall. It should not take very long to get to the first 5 town halls. It's very easy, very simple, and should not be very difficult at all. Make sure you max out every troop, everything that you can, and move on to the next town hall. Now, jumping into town hall 6 is very similar to town hall 5. Again, you want to focus on the lab, spell factory, and the CC right out the gate. And then again, you want to focus on defenses over your walls first. I know a lot of people like to use walls and they say, be careful, no. For town hall 6 and a couple other town halls we're going to get through, do your defenses over your walls. They're going to help you a lot more than the walls will, and it'll make your base a lot stronger versus just doing your walls first and leaving your defenses a little weaker. Also focus on doing your farming strategy. So if it's Barch, do Barch. If it's Goblins, do Goblins. If it's Barch, do your Giants, your Barbarians, your Archers. And you get the heal spell unlocked at Town Hall 6 as well. Make sure to upgrade that, unlock it, and upgrade it so that way it'll help you with your farming strategies and your war strategies. And the last thing for Town Hall 6 I would recommend is to do half of your walls and then upgrade your town hall, and then while your town hall is upgrading, do the other half of the wall. You can do all the walls first and then upgrade the town hall, but I always feel like it's more efficient to do half the walls, get your town hall going, and then finish it up. That way, by the time you're done with your walls, your town hall will be done, and you'll be good to go for the next level. So jumping into Town Hall 7, again, we're going to start off with the lab and the spell factory. I believe Town Hall 6 and Town Hall 7 have the exact same clan castle, so there's no upgrade for the CC. Again, we're going to focus on defenses first. Now, I recommend the air defenses right away. The air defenses are the most important at Town Hall 7 to protect against the dragon attack. So I would do air defenses, then the wizard towers, then the archer towers, and then you can do any other defenses after that at your own pace. But those defenses, I believe, are the most important to do right away at Town Hall 7, along with your farming strategy. Again, making that farming strategy strong, making it easier to farm, so that way you can get the resources you need to upgrade your war strats and your defenses and your walls and everything else you need to upgrade. So once you're finished upgrading your farming strategy, what I focus on is upgrading my barracks to unlock and upgrade the dragons. The dragons is the strongest strategy at Town Hall 7. If you have not seen the drag video that I've done from my channel, feel free to check it out. It is absolutely destructive. I recommend all Town Hall 7s to push their dragons and get it up. You're going to want to do all 4 barracks, so it makes it easier to load your dragons. You're going to do the camps as well. Push that to 200. Make sure you can get all the dragons you need for that strategy. And then also do the rage spell, because that's going to help you out a lot with the dragons. If you did the spell factory in the beginning, it should be pretty easy to upgrade the rage spell. But dragon strategy, absolutely destructive. Definitely recommend it. And then once you've done that, everything else at that point is optional. So I mean, again, defenses you want to do, traps, walls and stuff like that. Again, I'm going to recommend the half walls, get them up to half purple, and then do the town hall and then finish the other half while the town hall is upgrading. That's up to you. You can do the walls first, you can max everything out first before moving on, but that is what I do with my Town Hall 7s. Now, moving on to Town Hall 8, again, we're starting off lab, spell factory, CC. That should be the motto every time you go to a new town hall. Lab, spell factory, CC, if you can do any of those things. So once you've done those 3 things, again, we're going to push the farming strategy and the defenses. You don't have any heavy war weight defenses at Town Hall 8. Push the defenses first. Again, air defenses, wizard towers, archer towers. I would even throw in the bomb towers for this one, because the bomb towers have a slight buff against hog riders and any ground attacks. So do those defenses, and then do, again, your farming strategy. Barch, Barch, Goblins, Loonian, whatever you like to use at Town Hall 8 to farm, push it, get it maxed out, and then start using that farming strategy to help you get the remainder of your base done and the remainder of your war strategy and stuff like that. Now, there's two different war strategies I use at Town Hall 8. There's the drag loon attack strategy, Dragon's Loons, along with the lightning and the rage spell. So you'll need to upgrade and unlock all of those things in order to do the drag loon attack strategy correctly. And then of course we have the mass hogs or the go white plus hogs attack strategy. If you want to go the go white plus hogs attack strategy, which I deem is the #1 attack strategy at Town Hall 8, I would recommend doing the hogs right away. So that way, if you have the level 4 hogs, you can at least do mass hogs until your go white plus hogs is ready. If you're going to use the hogs or the go white plus hog attack strategy, you're going to want to upgrade the heal spell so that way you can support your hogs around the base. Once you've done that, then you want to focus on the remainder of your defenses. Do your seeking air mines and your giant bombs first if they haven't been done already, and then after that you can do everything else, cannons, you know, Teslas, all that other good stuff. Again, you can do half the walls at Town Hall 8 and then, you know, push your Town Hall to Town Hall 9 and then do the other half while it's upgrading, or you can make them all to the level 8 level and then push your Town Hall. It's totally up to you guys, but that's what I do for all of my Town Hall 8s. All right, moving on to Town Hall 9. Again, we're going to focus on the lab, the spell factory, the CC, and in this one, we're going to focus on putting down our queen as fast as possible. Okay, getting her down, getting her to level 5 is a big bonus, but getting her down is the main part. And then once you've done that, we're going to move on and make our farming strategy more powerful. Now, I recommend the goblin strategy. I recommend it because it's one of the easiest ones. It takes down Dark Elixir really easily, and it's going to help you get through your heroes and your dark troops a lot quicker. Just in my opinion, if you have not seen the video, feel free to check it out. Links in the description for everything that I am referencing. But the goblin strategy is what I focus on immediately. I do my goblins, my giants, my wizards, you know, heal, rage, jump, wall breakers, everything I need in order to make the goblin strategy as perfect and as powerful as I can. I get it done early so that way I can farm in peace. I can grab the resources I need in order to upgrade everything else. Now, I know I didn't specifically mention the Barbarian King at Town Hall 7 and 8, and the reason is because I included him with everything else. He is not needed for the hogs or the dragon attack strategies. It's helpful, but it's not needed. At Town Hall 7, I told you, again, just do everything else once you've done the objectives that I laid out for you. I'm assuming the king is one of those objectives you would include, but he's not super important until Town Hall 9. And Town Hall 9 makes it a lot easier, at least for me, again, using the Goblin strategy in order to get the Dark Elixir I need in order to upgrade him, okay? So if you want to use the Goblin strategy, it's on my channel, check it out. Again, it's very powerful, very easy. If you want to use Loonian, you want to use Baby Dragons, you want to use Go Wipe, a lot of different people, you know, use what they want, that's fine. Or I think Wipe, not Go Wipe, because Golems take Dark Elixir, but, you know, Pekkas, anything you want to use, whatever's comfortable for you, use it, it doesn't matter to me. I just believe that the Goblins are the superior farming strategy, but whatever your farming strategy is, push that first. Push making that strong first, okay? Along with your farming strategy, also make your camps good, your camps better, and max them out, get them to 220, and all that good stuff. Once you've done that, we're going to move on to the defenses now, all right? Or, you know, do it in conjunction with everything you're doing, all right? So we're going to do the air defenses, we're going to do traps, seeking air mines, giant bombs. All right, we're going to do walls when we can. Don't push walls too fast. Make sure to save some gold for the things that you need to upgrade, you know, clan castle, traps, all that stuff. And then also the Tesla. I think those are the safest defenses to do right out the gate at Town Hall 9. You're not pushing any war weight too fast, and it's going to help you stay under. That way you're not going against some strong Town Hall 9s right out the gate. All right, next we're going to focus on, and this is just me, you don't have to, once I get my king and my queen to level 10, all right, I'm going to now push the dark barracks. All right, I believe you only have one at Town Hall 8, so you need to put down the other dark barracks and then upgrade it to unlock the lava hounds. The Lalo attack strategy, the quad Lalo attack strategy at Town Hall 9 is one of the most powerful, and you don't need high heroes in order to do it. Of course, if you only have level 10 heroes, they're not very high, so I recommend leaning on the quad Lalo until you can do queen charge Lalo or any other queen charge variation. But this is what I would do: get my lava hounds and my loons upgraded to level 6, and then my lava hounds level 2, do the quad Lalo for a little while, help me in war, and absolutely destroy bases. Once I've completed my lava hounds, my Lalo attack strategy, once I have the level 2 hounds and once I have the level 6 loons, then I'm putting down my expos. Put down your expos, upgrade them to the highest level, and then start doing everything else: wizard towers, archer towers, you know, cannons, everything else that needs to be done, bomb towers, all that good stuff. I don't put down the expos until my Lalo is ready. Lalo is the strongest, one of the strongest strategies at Town Hall 9. In my opinion, it is the strongest strategy. So once I have secured the strongest strategy, once I've secured the attack that I'm really good at, I'm putting down my heavy stuff, okay? Make sure to do that once you've acquired the strategy that you are good at. And then once you're done with that, you can move to Town Hall 10. when both of your heroes added together equal 50. So if you have a 30 queen and a 20 king, go ahead. If you have 25, 25, go ahead. 27, 20, whatever the number is. If you don't want to wait until 30, 30, I always recommend getting them at least added together. They equal 50. All right, moving on to Town Hall 10. Again, we're starting off with the lab, the spell factory, and the clan castle, of course. All right. And then after that, we're going to start pushing our farming strategy. Again, I'm going to recommend the goblin attack strategy at Town Hall 10. It's still powerful. It's still destructive and still doing lots of work at Town Hall 10. Along with the goblin strategy, you're also going to want to do your camps. So once you've done the goblins and the giants and, you know, at least the heal spell, at least those 3 things, then I would start pushing some of the camps and stuff like that and get it to 240. And once you've done that, now we're going to follow the same pattern we did at Town Hall 9. We're going to do our defenses, but we're not going to push the new defenses. The only new defenses I put down are the quote-unquote non-heavy ones. So you can put down the new wizard towers or the cannons or the archer towers, but don't put down the inferno towers yet. Do not put down the expos just yet. Just focus on your air defenses, your Teslas again, your traps, and your walls, okay? During each level, so Town Hall 9 or Town Hall 10, so if you have 4 builders, you can use 3 of them to do, you know, your air defenses, and then have the one open so that way you can do walls. That's totally up to you guys. You can use it however you want. For me, I go straight into my defenses first, you know, my air defenses, my Teslas, my walls, and my traps and stuff like that. And I don't really focus on walls until a little later, but you're welcome to have one builder open. A lot of people do it. It's a good strategy. You can focus on your walls and your defenses and whatever you're upgrading at the exact same time. So once you've done your farming strategy, your camps, and you've started doing some of your defense and stuff like that, if you have the 50 heroes, so the 30 queen or the 25 queen, 25, you know, if you have your heroes already at a decent level, I would wait to start upgrading them. Start pushing your war strategy. Use your farming strategy that you maxed out in the beginning to push your war strategy, whatever it is. Queen charge hogs, Lalo, bow witch, you know, falcon, mass witch, frozen witch, whatever it is, push it first, get that maxed out, get good at it, find your strategy. Once you become comfortable with that, once you find your comfortable attack strategy, you're getting, you know, high 2 stars, 3 stars, you're getting comfortable, you're getting good, then it's time to put down the inferno towers. Okay, inferno towers, the 3rd expo, and then of course upgrading the big defenses, wizard towers, archer towers, you know, bomb towers, all that stuff like that. I don't put that stuff down. I don't start upgrading that stuff until I acquire the hybrid attack strategy, which is also really good at Town Hall 10, or queen charge hogs, or bow witch, or jabba witch, or whatever it is I'm trying to do. Do not put down your inferno towers too fast. You're going to attract, you know, stronger Town Hall 10s, and you're not going to be ready to attack them just yet. Again, if you have not seen that war weight video, I explain it in more detail and everything like that. But once you've done those things, then you're just focusing on your heroes at that point if you're not already doing them. And then again, once both of your heroes equaled 70 this time, so if you have 35, 35, or if you have 40 queen and 30 king, then you can move on to Town Hall 11. You can max them both out and then move on to Town Hall 11 as well. And again, I'm going to suggest the half walls thing, do half of the walls, or maybe like 2/3, because some of the walls are kind of expensive. Because the walls are a little expensive at Town Hall 10. They did get a huge discount, but maybe 2/3 of the wall and then do that other third while the Town Hall is upgrading. But that's all I have for Town Hall 10. Let's move on to Town Hall 11. All right, now Town Hall 11. And for the rest of the Town Halls, as of right now, the Spell Factory is maxed out, so we're only going to be focusing on the Laboratory and the Clan Castle, okay? So make sure you do those right away. And then for the farming strategy, again, you want to focus on making your farming strategy strong at Town Hall 11. Now, the good thing about Town Hall 11, and this is how I do it, you don't have to do it. You can use Mass Miners, you can use Lunian, you can use whatever is comfortable for you. I actually use my war strategy to farm. Or I use Queen Walk Pekka Bowler, which isn't the conventional farming strategy, but you're welcome to use whatever you want. So for my farming strategy, I either use Hybrid or I use my Queen Walk Pekka Bowler attack strategy. Both of them are very viable attacks for war and for farming, except for maybe the Queen Walk Pekka Bowler. I wouldn't use the Pekka Bowler one for war, but I use it for farming because it's very easy. I have a link for the description on how to do it. It's very simple. I just funnel one, left and right side, and I push my Pekkas, my bowlers, maybe a couple wizards into the middle, and I just find good bases to hit, get good loot, and then repeat it. At this point in time, I haven't tried the goblins at Town Hall 11. They were always too weak. They were always taken down instantaneously by the splash damage, so I could never use them effectively. I'll have to retry them with the new level and see if they are working correctly. But that's what I recommend. I use my war strategy hybrid, or I use Queen Walk Pekka Bowler. Those are the two things I use for my farming strategy in order to, farm the resources I need for my Town Hall 11. Again, we're going to take the same approach with the previous town halls. We're going to focus on our walls, air defenses, Teslas, camps, and traps right out the gate. We're not focusing on putting down the eagle. We're not focused on upgrading the inferno towers. We're not focused on putting down the 4th bow. Again, you can put down the wizard tower, the archer tower, the cannon, any of the other new non-heavy defenses, but do not put down your eagle. Do not put down that 4th bow until you are ready. Also, I forgot to mention, you're going to want to put down, you get a new hero at Town 11, you're going to want to put down your Grand Warden as fast as you can. He should be getting put down along with doing your lab and your clan castle and stuff like that. Getting him to level 5 is pretty crucial. Getting that ability, very helpful for Town Hall 11s and doing all that stuff. But once you've done all that, you've done your walls, or you're doing your walls, you're doing your air defenses and everything like that, you're going to want to start pushing, again, your strategy for war. If you're not using the strategy to farm with, make sure whatever your farming strategy is helping you get your war strategy. So if you're using Jibarch, or if you're using Barch, or if you're using goblins, or whatever you're using for Town Hall 11, make sure you are also investing into your war strategy and maxing it out. Once it's maxed out, whether it's Pekka Bobat, hybrid, bat slap, there's a lot of strategies at Town Hall 11. Once you max it out, once you become comfortable, again, now we put down the eagle, now we put down the 4th bow, now we upgrade the inferno towers and the already existing expos and everything like that. Then you can do the remaining defenses. You got your wizard towers, archer towers, again, bomb towers. The cycle is very similar at each town hall, so that's what you want to follow each time you get to a new town hall. So once you do all those things, now you're ready to move to Town Hall 12. Once your Grand Warden is maxed out, he needs to be maxed, and both of your heroes added together equal 90. Now I recommend doing the 50-40 or 50-45. I recommend having a max queen going to Town Hall 12. You can do 45-45 if you want to. I just think it's very important at Town Hall 12. Things get harder, it's a very difficult town hall. Definitely recommend having that queen if you're gonna do queen charges and relying heavy on your queen. So I recommend doing the 50-45, but once your heroes both equal 90, and maybe you have half your walls done or 2/3 of your walls done, you can do your town hall and then focus on doing the rest of your walls and your hero levels as your town hall upgrades. But let's go ahead and move on to the big boy Town Hall 12. All right, Town Hall 12. Now this is the reason I wanted to make this video, is because I don't want people watching the war weight video and then getting confused, because I've already had a few comments about, Town Hall 12 is a little different. It is different. The war weight principle is it really doesn't even apply to Town Hall 12 and 13 because of the town hall itself. So when you upgrade to Town Hall 12, the town hall itself becomes a defense. So it's very difficult to establish war weight when you are upgrading into a defense. You're innately adding war weight to your base by upgrading to Town Hall 12, which that's just the way it goes. It is a defense, so it does count as war weight, and it counts against you, so you're going to be going against Town Hall 12. Not saying you're going to be going against stacked Town Hall 12s right away. Again, so the first thing we're going to do is a lab in the clan castle, like always. But with the lab in the clan castle, we're going to be doing the town hall. Now, the clan castle is going to take a lot of the gold, so what I would recommend to do, and this is up to you, you can either do the clan castle first, or you can do the town hall. It's very important to max out the town hall to the 5-star level, because it forces people to use their Grand Warden ability on your town hall. Now, of course, blimp bombs can get in there, or queen charges can take it down without forcing the warden ability. But if they're doing a mass attack, mass yetis or mass bowlers or whatever it is they're attacking with, and the main unit comes through the town hall and it's not at the max level, it'll create a vulnerability in your base, meaning the warden can use its ability whenever they feel comfortable. So they can use it, instead of using it on the town hall, they'll use it when they're getting hit by Expos or the eagle, or something else. It creates a vulnerability in the base. So I always recommend making the town hall maxed out as fast as possible, so it forces people to use the Grand Warden ability over the town hall early or late, whatever it is. So that way people they have to use the warden. It forces them to use it instead of having the leeway in order to use it whenever they want in your base. So that's why I recommend doing town hall right away. Once you've done that, again, we're going to do the farming and the /war troops. So if you like to use hybrid, I would just use hybrid to farm. I mean, it doesn't cost that much. It balances out between both elixir and dark elixir, so I use it to farm. I also use the Queen Walk, Pekka Bowler, Yeti attack strategy. I mean, I pretty much throw things in the attack strategy that I would donate to my clan. So people, request Yetis, people request bowlers, people request, wizards or giants sometimes. So or Pekkas, I just include everything in there, Queen Walk it, and just have them, I always have troops ready for that. So that's why I have the Queen Walk, Pekka Bowler, Yeti always ready to go. But that's pretty much it. I mean, it's very simple. All right, so do your farming /war troops. If they're both the same thing, that kills 2 birds with 1 stone. And then also do your camps for Town Hall 12. If your farming troops are not your war troops, then you're going to want to use your farming troops, upgrade them, get them maxed out, and then of course use the resources that you get in order to max out your war strategy. And then once you've done that, this will be a judgment call. If you have other Town Hall 12s in your clan who are active and they actively give you siege machines, you don't need to worry about the siege workshop until a little later. If you are the only Town Hall 12 or you don't have a lot in there and you need sieges, put down the siege workshop early, get it upgraded, unlock the sieges you need, and of course upgrade them and all that good stuff. Then once you've done that, or while you're doing that, in conjunction with that, start pushing your heaviest defenses first. If your Town Hall's already at the 5-star level, you already have that huge weight, push the Eagle, push the Inferno Towers, push the X-Bows. Make sure to get that third Inferno Tower down, okay? Make sure to push all that, get it done, and you might as well do it since you're already pushing the 5-star Town Hall. This is my suggestion, by the way. Again, this is all suggestive. You don't have to do it like this, but because the Town Hall is a defense itself, it really changes the way war weight is at Town Hall 12 and 13. Once you've done all those things, you've done your defenses, you know, your traps. Make sure don't sleep on your traps. Do your tornado traps, do your seeking air mines, do your giant bombs. You can wait on your spring traps and your, you know, small bombs and stuff like that. That's not super important. You can always go back to do those later. I always do it. And I always do my walls before I do my air sweepers or my small bombs or, you know, stuff that's not as important as some of the other stuff. So, and then once you get to like, I would say like 2/3 of the wall, right? Because walls are getting more and more important as you get higher and higher. So I would say like 2/3, maybe even 3/4 of the walls are done. And once you have your warden maxed, okay, once you have your warden maxed, 3/4 of the walls done, your queen needs to be maxed to go to Town 13. That's my recommendation. It's very difficult to have a non-maxed queen attacking a Town 13. I'm just saying that now. It's very difficult. And then once you get your king to like 60 or max them out as well, then you can move on to Town Hall 13. Heroes become a lot more important towards the higher Town Halls. They make a huge difference, huge difference. Because sometimes your troops all dwindle down at Town Hall 13 and you're just left on the backbone of your heroes. So definitely recommend do not sleep on maxing your heroes at Town Hall 12, okay? And finally, up at Town Hall 13, these are the things I recommend. Of course, the laboratory and the clan castle are the first things I would do, and then along with the Town Hall again, because again, the new Town Hall at Town Hall 13, the Giga Inferno has 5 stars it can get up to. It has a freeze ability that slows down any troops in that area and it helps with your defense. So definitely recommend pushing that to 5 stars as fast as you can, along with getting the scatter shots. Okay, it's going to be the same principle with Town Hall 13 as it was with Town Hall 12. Get the scatter shots, put down your Royal Champion, and of course push your, you know, heavy defenses first and all that good stuff. You can continue to farm with your, at Town Hall 13, I farm with my war strategy. I farm with hybrid. I don't farm with anything else. I mean, I farm with like, you know, with the Queen Walk Pekka Bowl every now and then just for an easy attack or whatever, but I mainly farm with my war strategy. So that kills 2 birds with 1 stone. I can farm and get my war strategy strong at the same time because the max level for hogs and miners are at Town Hall 13. Most of your troops will be maxed at this point until they release a new update, but as of this video being made, a lot of the troops that are at Town Hall 12 can be maxed at Town Hall 12. So the only ones that can't be are like Yetis and E-Drags and the, you know, hybrid attack strategy. Lots of good strategies that can't be maxed at Town Hall 12, but they can be maxed at Town Hall 13. So if you use Yetis, farm with Yetis. You know, find good bases. I mean, you're at Town Hall 13, find some good bases with, you know, 3, 4, 500,000 of each, and then hit the base. If you're in champs, you're getting a, you know, 100,000-200,000 bonus. I mean, it'll make up for itself if you use your war strategy to farm. I do it all the time. It's not a big deal. Some people like to use Barch and go down to like silver and gold. You're welcome to do whatever you want. You can use goblins. They have a new level as well. You're welcome to do whichever strategy is comfortable for you. But if it's not a war strategy, make sure to upgrade. Use your farming strategy to upgrade your war strategy, okay? And then after that point, it's pretty much up to you what you want to do. Once you have your scatters down, I recommend upgrading them. The scatter shots change the way the game is. I mean, they absolutely terrorize Town Hall 13. And it completely changes the way the base is. If the Town 13 doesn't have scatter shot, it makes it like 2 times weaker than if it had the scatter shots. It's just crazy how much scatter shots change how you will attack a base and how you have to be mindful about where they are and stuff like that. So pushing those scatter shots, upgrading to level 2, very helpful. Make sure to do that. With the Royal Champion being placed down, I recommend getting her to at least 10 or 15 before pushing, you know, your queen or anything like that, because she comes in very clutch towards either the end of the attack or like, you know, pinching aside and taking down, you know, certain defenses or Tesla farms. Her ability is very useful, and at the max level can one-shot most of the defenses. And I think the Archer Towers, the Teslas, mortars, and the cannons got a buff, so they're no longer one-shotted, but they get very close. I mean, like literally like 10 HP left. So definitely recommend pushing the Royal Champion first. That's what I do with my, you know, newer Town Hall 13. Push my Royal Champion up to 20, and then do my queen when I can, if I have an extra space or whatever, or extra Dark Elixir and all that good stuff. And then of course after that point, again, I'm doing the heavy stuff first. I'm doing Eagles, Inferno Towers, X-Bows, and you know, everything else that follows after that. But it's a very simple kind of repeating sequence when you go to each town hall. I start out with the lab, the spell faction, and the clan castle all the time, and then I figure out, you know, if it's a higher town hall, I gotta focus on my, you know, my farming strategy first, so I can get my war strategy, and then I put down my heavy defenses. If it's the town hall 12s and 13s, then I want to push my heavy defenses first because I have a defense as a town hall, so now I want to push those heavy defenses, make my defense as strong as possible. And, you know, if I'm already going to be attracting those types of bases, I might as well have the strongest defense I can. So those are basically my thoughts around each town hall and how to upgrade them. I could have made a separate video for each town hall, but I feel like that's a little redundant. There's not enough information in order to make it, you know, a long video about it. Each video will be like, you know, 5 minutes long, but hopefully this video was helpful. Hopefully it was not too long for you guys. Hopefully it helps anyone that needs assistance with anything. Again, every link that, or every, you know, strategy that I've mentioned will be in the description for you guys. This is how I build my town halls. I have 15 at the moment right now, so I've gone through, you know, I've gone to town hall 7, you know, 14 times, town hall 8, town hall 9, town hall 10. I've gone through it so many times. I started to do it differently, more efficiently. How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? And this is the best way I've found to do it. Everybody does it differently. This is how I do it. Hopefully it helped you guys. If you guys have any questions for me, let me know. Again, check out the war weight video if you have not seen it. It goes in conjunction with this. So if you don't understand what I'm saying about war weight, make sure to check that out so it'll clear up anything about war weight. Again, if you have any questions about it, just let me know down in the comment section and I will answer it. But that's all I have for the video, guys. Again, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, definitely appreciate a like, comment, or subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone.
I'm so fed up.